Welcome everyone. My name is Nicole and today I'm thinking about a 45-minute all the things class. Get one of those in there. So I'm covered in hair. I'm usually covered in hair anyways, but my big dog, she decided she wanted to have a little cuddle session right before. So the shirt that collects the most hair and the dog that gets the most hairy. It's good times. I hope that you are all well, and let's just take a moment to arrive in our seat. And you can feel free to sit up on a bolster, a block, if you find that's more comfortable for you. And then wherever you are, I'm just gonna encourage a little bit of length in the spine. Just see if you can maybe grow a little between each vertebrae, maybe sway side to side, and lightly roll those shoulders down. Let's place our palms up. And let's just take a moment to focus on our breath here. Breathing deeply in through the nose and out the nose. Always trying to come back to the breath during our practice when we find our mind wandering, judgments coming up. Just always coming back to the breath, to the sensations in the body. If you like to set an intention for the class, let's place our palms together at heart center. Maybe just choose a word that pops into your mind. It's best suited for your life. Something positive, though. Simple. And then release the hands. And let's take time now to come onto our backs and see if we can completely relax, let go here before we begin. So just lightly roll those shoulders under. Just invite in some comfort and ease. Know that the ground has you, and you can just take this moment to let go. Breathing deeply in and out. Encouraging your breath to deepen with each inhale. And feel relaxation as you exhale. Maybe place your hands on your belly to encourage full, deep belly breaths here. Really feeling your belly expand into your hands on the inhale. And then maybe begin to roll the head from one shoulder to the other and see if you can just do it as slowly, as gently as possible here. Really feeling each point on your head as you roll. back and forth. And then go ahead and let your head find its way back to center. And from here, we're going to draw the knees up, feet on the floor. And cactus your arms. Maybe widen the feet a little bit wider here. And gently just let the knees open off to the side, windshield wiper. Inhale through center. Exhale off to the side. Connecting breath to movement now. Exhaling to the side. Inhaling through center. Now, knees center, and then we're going to draw them in. So we have a little 90 degree here. And then engage your core now as we exhale off to the side. Pull in through the core as you inhale back through center. Exhale off the other way. Pulling through the core, back through center. 7 more rounds like this. Knees back through center, toes to the sky, and you can have your hands wherever if you want on your belly, cactus them. We're gonna put a little focus now in our feet, and let's go ahead and maybe trace the alphabet or do any kind of drawing here with your toes. So you can get all kinds of movement in the feet, ankles. Keep breathing. Beautiful. Hug your knees in. And then exhale, press your knees away, straighten your arms. Inhale, hug them in. Exhale, press away, press your whole back into the earth. One more time, hug it in. Exhale, press away. Let your feet come together and your knees open wide. A little reclining Baddha Konasana. Breathing. Take 3 breaths here. And then bring that left knee around. Just bring them together. And then go ahead and push yourself up to a seated position. And then continue to draw the knees around so that we are untable. Wrists are under our shoulders, knees under hips. Hands are bright and active, so my whole palms, fingertips pressing strongly into the mat and not rolling out one way or the other. And so your foundation is very important. And let's go ahead and move through some cat-cow here. So from neutral, tilt your tailbone to the sky. Press down strongly in your hands and then away to help broaden across your heart. For our cow, chin's lifting. And you can have your toes curled under or flat. And then pull through the core. Round behind the back of the heart. Keep pressing strongly into your mat. Excuse me, sorry. And the head drops. And we have our cat here. And then go ahead and move back and forth between the two. Focusing on your own breath at the pace of your own movements and seeing you smooth it out. How long of a breath to move between the two for you. And then right hand to the sky. Look up and thread through. Drop your shoulder, head about halfway. Left hand can come off and you can use it to kind of help you twist open through the upper back. Your core engaged. Inhale, come back to table. You're gonna left hand to the sky, look up, and then thread that hand through, drop your shoulder, head down. You can bring your right fingertips off to help. Well, first, we're gonna kind of keep your pelvis level, make sure your core is engaged, and then from here, you can encourage the rolling open of your upper back for this twist. Breathing. And then come on out. Shake it out. And then we're gonna toes curled under, lift your knees, shift your hips back, and then those hips high for downward dog here. Bend your knees a whole bunch. Look between your hands. Make sure that they're still pressing strongly, fingertips pressing, and arms straighten, booty high, and then drop the head, and then maybe pedal out the feet. Knees can stay as bent as they need to, and be worked on last. And then raise your right toes to the sky. Really reach them as much as you can. And then come up on the ball of the back foot. Knee into navel. pull your core in, shift forward. See if you can bring that foot between your hands. And always know that you can use blocks. That really helps that step through. So just give us a little more space. Help that leg through. And there's lots of settings. So always keep that in mind. From here, back foot at an angle. Engage your legs, your back glute to help you lift up warrior one. And down, front thighs rolling open so I can see my big toe when I look down. Extending strongly out my back leg, out the back heel. And then my torso is sort of, I'm not really crazy trying to force it square. I know that's like a common thing that we were taught, but it's really not necessary. Do what you want. Inhale, fingertips high. Exhale, come over your front leg. Back heel lifts. Step into plank. Pause, take a breath at the top. Exhale, elbows in, lower all the way to the earth. Bring your forearms out in front. Take one leg up, reach it back further. Other one, reach it back further. Down and into you with your forearms here. Open across your heart. Breathe several breaths in Sphinx pose. Just a little back bend here. Exhale, coming out, hands under shoulders, toes curl under, press up into plank. Exhale, press back into downward dog. Take several breaths here. Remembering to keep your hips high, hands active. And then left toes to the sky, really extending. And then knee into navel. Step through between your hands. Take a breath. Exhale. Lower your back heel. Your foot's at a little bit of an angle now. And then squeeze, inhale. Come all the way up into warrior one. Bend in this front leg. Extending out that back heel. Fingertips high. You can have palms together, open. If it's all a lot, then have them down, pressing down, lifting. And exhale, come over your leg, back heel lifts. Pause, plank. Take a breath in. And exhale, elbows in, lower all the way down. Now, encourage a little extra length in the spine. And then clasp the hands behind the low back. Check out your shoulders. Pick them up, roll them back. And then inhale, lift your chest, your toes, and pulling your hands to the back of the room to help you lift even higher. And breathing, and noticing how the breath affects this pose. One more deep breath in, lift. And exhale, Release. Rest your hands. Rest your head on your hands for a moment. I always get that backwards for some reason. And relax. Let go for a moment. Maybe sway the hips slightly side to side. And then hands under shoulders. Lift to plank. You can always do half plank. And then send those hips back and up for downward dog. And 3 breaths here. And then inhale, right toes to the sky. Inhale, come up on the ball of the back foot. Knee, exhale into navel. Step through between your hands. Open your back foot wider this time as we inhale, come all the way up into warrior 2. So now our torso is facing the long edge of our mat. Our front thigh is still rolling open, so you can still see my big toe. Still pressing out strongly. Shoulders over hips. And maybe sway side to side. See if you can find your center. And then pause. Breathe. Exhale, back hand on your back leg. Front hand comes up. Back, reverse your warrior. And then inhale as you come up. Straighten your front leg. Reach. Maybe stance needs to change a little bit. Reach out, out, out. So I can't come anymore. And then you could put your hand on a block, the floor, your shin. Maybe try to keep a little micro bend in that front leg. Left hand comes up to your heart. Roll that left shoulder back. Lift that left hand to the sky. Triangle. Maybe create a little tension with that top hand as if you're pressing it into a wall to help this top shoulder not be rolling in, but open. And then bend that front leg. Turn your back heel up. Step into plank. Exhale, lower elbows in all the way down. And let's get a little swim in here. Maybe encourage a little length in our spine first. And then inhale. Arms come behind, through. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Just have fun with it. And then release. Take a few breaths with your forehead resting on your hands. One more deep belly breath. Side out. And then hands under shoulders. Press on all fours. Curl your toes under. And those knees, hips back, up. Downward dog. We're going to have our Left toes to the sky. And then step through between your hands. Back foot opens. And then we squeeze and engage our legs as we inhale. Come up. Extend the arms out. Look over your middle finger. Warrior two on the other side. You could sway. See if you can find your center with your shoulders resting over your hips. And then hand comes down your back leg. Palm turns up on your front hand and comes up and over. Reverse warrior. Try to stay in the lunge. Inhale, come up, straighten your front leg. Maybe you might need to shorten your stance some. Reach out over your front leg, out, out, out. And then hand comes down to a block, the earth or your shin. Right hand helps to encourage this rolling open of your chest. Right hand to the sky. You can look up if that's okay with your neck and your balance. You can keep a little micro bend in your front knee so you're not just locking out, but really trying to engage all the muscles. And then exhale, come down over your front foot, back heel lifts, plank, pause at the top, take a breath in, and then elbows in, lower, all the way to the earth. I'm gonna do a little shoulder stretch here. So from here, I'm gonna send my right hand really cool. Sometimes when I switch, the microphone doesn't work right. So let's do it this way. Hands coming directly out of shoulders here. So not up or directly out. Palms down. And then left hand comes down by like you're going to do a push-up. And then you just very gently start to roll open or onto that right shoulder, pausing at any place. Maybe reaching that opposing hand around to reach for your other hand here. Breathing into your sensations, backing off if you need to. And then very slowly roll out. And we'll prepare for the other side. Left hand comes straight out. Use this right hand as a little helper here to help roll top leg. Toes can come behind. But it can also just look like this maybe, just a little bit might be enough for you. So honor where you're at. Breathe. Maybe this hand comes and finds your other hand. And then very gently, we're going to roll ourselves back to center. Beautiful. From here, let's Pull a little length again in our spine, and nice and long. Pick one foot up, reach it back. Do the same with the other, reach it back. All right. Now, kick your feet in. Maybe reach for the feet or the ankles. Maybe just do one at a time. And then we're going to inhale, kick up, lift off, breathe. Really kicking your feet and your hands to help you lift and open across your chest here. One more deep breath in, and exhale, release. Rest your forehead on your hands. Take a few breaths. Beautiful. Now we're going to do it one more time. So, keep the feet in, and this is in case you only did one side, right? So now you can do your other side. And maybe if you grab the tops of the feet before, maybe see if you can grab more towards the ankles, and then flex in your feet. A little bit different. And then inhale, kick, lift, and breathe. One more deep breath. And then exhale. Beautiful. Release, rest. Maybe sway the hips a little. Unwind any tension. Now, place your hand on your shoulders. Press up, and then knees wide as the mat. Bring your toes to touch, and then using your hands, encourage your hips back towards your feet. Rest your forehead on a block or the earth. Take several breaths in child's pose. And then begin to come up. Important to curl your toes under. And then lift off, back. Yogi squat here. You can come into it lots of different ways. So what I did just didn't work. Then press yourself up to standing. Widen the knees. Maybe grab a block. And come down nice and slow. Wherever you are, focus on driving your elbows into your knees, and as well as your knees resisting those elbows, so you can press and broaden across your heart here. Maybe stay here. Maybe you want to grab a block now. and work at a little less intensity. Or maybe you want to begin to come forward even more. And turn your backs, your hands up, reach them behind. Maybe you can have your feet together. Just work any kind of variation that you want, or ease off and do what's appropriate to you. Do breathe in your sensations. Kind of setting up a prep here for a little arm balance, so you can keep that in mind. Lift your head if your head dropped it, and then prepare to shift as our hands are come out in front of us. And maybe now we're really deep in our shins here. Hands down, lift up on those toes. Send. So I came up on my toes and I sent my booty high, core engaged. And then maybe pick one leg up, maybe both legs up. Breathe. Take them out. You can try again. Just really trying to get in there. And then that lifting, rounding behind the heart and shifting forward. Beautiful. Come on out. Sit back on your bum. The soles of your feet together. And your hands behind you. Lift up. Maybe come a little closer to your feet. So open them like a book. Press the sides together and create a little drawing in sensation with the legs, so you can have this activation. Lift your chin, and then exhale. If you want a forward fold, go ahead. Maybe this is plenty, just sitting and breathing. Deep breath in. You lean back. Use your hands to halfway close your legs. And then extend the heels out along the earth now. That's pressing those heels down strongly. Creating that little bit of drawing in sensation to help that we're not just hanging out. Like I'm trying to intentionally activate the backs of my legs, my core, rolling the shoulders back, nice posture, right? And then you can have your hands behind you to help assist in that. Maybe you're ready to come forward some. And now come back up. Now twist over your right leg. You can use your hands to help a little bit. Don't crank, but a little assist here. And exhale. Come forward over your right leg. Toes pointed straight up, feet flexed, heel pressing down. And maybe you want to drop the head after come forward. Nice long length. You can't come forward anymore. So go ahead. Let the head round forward. Another deep breath in. As we exhale, we're going to stay low and walk ourselves through center, off the other direction. Inhale back through center. Pause. Take a breath. And inhale. Come up, hands under the knees. Lean back. And prepare to come onto our backs once more. And get a little bridge in here. So let's draw your fingertips about to where your heels are. Lightly roll each shoulder under. You can grip the mat like you're tearing it apart. Lift your chest, then press your hips high. You can clasp under the low back, roll the shoulders under even more. Press forearms strongly down. Feet can press away to help bring your chest more towards your chin, but keep the back of your head rooted, chin lifting in the same spot. And then you can also, like you're gonna kick yourself in the bum, kind of like we've been doing, so you can activate the backs of your legs. You can add it all in. It's a lot. Keep breathing. And then go ahead and release. Lightly roll down. Go ahead and knock those knees in for a moment. Hands to your belly. Take several breaths. And then when you're ready, extend your left leg long. Inhale your right knee to your right armpit. Pause for a moment here. You can keep the long leg bent if you would like. It's more comfortable for you. And then begin to draw the knee to the left armpit. Pause for a moment. Take a breath in here. And then let those toes find your knee crease and draw the knee across the body. Reach and look to the right. Several breaths in this twist. Knee back through center. Take a moment to realign. And then extend your right leg long. Draw your left knee in to your left armpit, pausing and breathing. And then Encourage the knee towards your right armpit and pause for just a moment. Take a breath in. Now, and then find the toes in the knee crease and draw the knee all the way across the body. Look, reach to the left. And then now, come undone. From here, go ahead, draw the knees in. Give yourself a hug, a little roll around on the low back if that feels nice. Then squeeze all your muscles tight. Hold your breath for a moment. And when you're ready, you can't hold on any longer. We're going to release out into Shavasana, our final resting pose. So the feet roll out, the palms turn up, and the shoulders lightly roll under. And of course, take any variation that will bring you the most comfort and ease in this posture so that you can let go and integrate. And I'll sit and hold space for the next few minutes. Breathe in any sensations that may arise. Let go of any doing. And I'll guide you on just a moment. Please stay in Shavasana as long as you like, or if you're ready to exit, take a deep breath in and gently roll to your right side and pause. And then as you feel ready, use your hands to push yourself back to a seated position. Taking pause once more to just reflect on how you're feeling without judgment from the beginning of class and now. Always aiming to be more aware. Thank you for practicing with me. The light within me sees and recognizes light within you. Take care.